Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Um, this episode is basically a reintroduction to who I am. Now, many of y'all probably don't know me, which is fine. I think many of y'all will get to know me. Um, just because of this message and the purpose I've been put out here to do. Um, first thing first, my name is Sayo. Now, uh, I was told that means mighty tree or strong tree, and I didn't really like my name growing up because like I used I experienced a lot of jokes surrounding my name to the point where like I had to switch up my name. I did a lot of stuff, but anyways, basically the point of me saying this is like I didn't really like my name until just recently, as I've been on this spiritual journey, and it's been making a lot of sense. Well, a lot of things have been making a lot more sense lately, but just that name, my name, been making a lot of sense just in terms of the meaning of the name and like the reason I'm here, which is like I don't believe in coincidences. Everything happens for a reason, and my name in in it, but for a fact is just like what's the word? Just brings more confidence in the reason I was put here and the journey I'm on. Anyways, that's the name. I was born in South Korea. Um, I was naturalized. We're legal immigrants, naturalized citizens, so that's a good thing. Um, all right. Dang. So like, I don't know. So basically, shit. How can I put this? It's like I feel like I'm a little nervous, but I'm not really that nervous. It just may seem far fetched, but it's not really far fetched. But I've been around for a while. Like not like my best. So yeah, I mean I was born in the '80s, but that's not really the point. The point is, my soul has been on this world many many times. Now, you guys may be saying reincarnation, what? And yeah, but not just this world, many other worlds. Um, the world is vast. I know you guys hear a lot about like what are we gonna say like star seeds or whatever, or like just different types of aliens, which is true. There are, but it also goes back. It's like not just aliens. We also we deal with dimensions. There are more than just the 3D dimensions. There, there's the 5D, the 6D, 7D, 8D, the 9D, 10, 11, 12. There's a few more. I haven't attained those. I haven't attained those, so I can't really speak on those. You know what I mean? What else? See, the thing is, as I've been going through the weekend, I've been remembering a lot of stuff, like from previous lives, just information, just hidden stuff, that I shouldn't know. Because, like I said, me growing up, I was never into. I was always into spirituality, but never like I never read books. I never um I never did really much anything. Like just in terms of just with the shit that I know, I never it's like I didn't do no studying for it. It's just like I just know. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just know. And I've always just known things. Like and I always wondered why some things would just be like I would just know, you know what I'm saying? Like I would go through things and then it's like, oh yeah, that's this is gonna happen. You know, or like I would skip things or like you know what I'm saying? Like or just other things like stuff that I was involved with would find success and then I would leave and then those those organization or whatever would fail miserably. And a- and it's like I don't know, it's like when you always have that feeling back there, just that feeling that something's right or something's wrong, or you know what I'm saying, that gut feeling. People always say like I always had that gut feeling, but I never attributed it to anything. I just you know what I'm saying, like I don't know, just never attributed anything. So like just living life, what I'm saying, just learning my lessons, and I'm not gonna say like I've um I don't really like to big myself up because I'm a very humble guy in nature. I'm a humble guy, like period. Like through all of my lives I lived, I've always been very humble. I've never been too grandiose, too arrogant, too cocky. I've been very confident. What I'm saying, I know what I know. I have a very very strong moral compass. I'm very good with right or wrong issues of right or wrong, or just with balance, dealing with balance. Um, I'm very like I'm very in tune with myself. I'm very um I'm very strong with duality, um, the masculine and feminine, the light and the shadow. I wouldn't say I mastered the arts, but I've gotten to the point where I'm very comfortable and very confident in both aspects. At first, I used to be um a little iffy about them, just because like when you live in this realm on this earth, there are things that are taboo. There are things that are like are frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? Like especially if you're you know what I'm saying, if you're a guy or if you're a girl, whatever, there are things that they would rather you not be involved with. You know what I'm saying? Just because it looks bad or it's like it's not what you're supposed to do, which is absolutely false. We are here to learn. If you have a soul, you are here to learn, experience, grow. That's how you grow wisdom. That's how you learn things. You have to experience these things. You can't just read it in the textbooks. You can't just read about it. You have to live it. Um, all of that is true. Um, but like it's like I've always said like this is actually my last go around on this earth because I'm not coming back to this earth in general, this earth that you guys are the people are living on. I'm not coming back. So I decided how can I say it? I decided to live this life a little differently, a little more wildly than I'm used to, which is cool. Like I said, it's all a human experience. Like at the end of the day, when I cross over and I review everything I've done, I'm not gonna feel nothing. I'm not gonna feel bad about anything. You know what I mean? Because the one thing I do know about myself is that I believe in love. I think love is everything. Love is. I'm not gonna say it's everything because I've seen somewhere where someone said love is the highest frequency. It's not. It's a high frequency, yes, but it's not the ultimate frequency. It's absolutely not. Um, Duality is being a master of duality is and very few master that, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about love. Now that isn't part of the reason that I came back was to raise the frequency of the earth because like the way that this earth has been progressing has been disappointing. Um, it's like people have forgotten the reason why we are here. You know what I'm saying? The lessons to be learned, the lessons to learn. Um, so I'm not gonna get too much into the new Earth, old Earth, all that aspect. I'm just gonna say like I'm here to raise your frequencies. I'm here to like break old systems down, old mind states down, to create a new mind state, to create new systems based out of love and kindness. You know what I'm saying? So you as a human, you as a soul, are operating at a higher frequency. Why you ask? Because that's just how it's always was meant to be, if that makes sense. How it is now is not meant to be. Like, this is what I'm gonna say. So I went to a Catholic church with my mother yesterday. First time ever been to a Catholic church. I've never seen the processes. I've never been there. So it's like, okay. First thing you go in there, you could feel like I understand like when there's a group of people that are humming at a high frequency, you could feel that energy. That hum that you feel, like that's high energy. You know what I'm saying? That is a heady feeling. That is like that's crazy. And see, the crazy thing is like that that first of all, when it comes to organized religion, I'm opposed to it. I realize why I'm opposed to it because that's not how you're supposed to teach anything. First of all, you shouldn't be teaching in the building. Like that feeling, that heady feeling, it's all trapped in that building. Like if I don't know, like if you just pay attention to like just like people who are done teachings, usually teachings are done out in the open. You know what I'm saying? Where you're able like all of that, all of those high frequency feelings and emotions are able to be released into the earth so the earth can absorb it. Does that make sense? Like when you have it in a building, it's trapped, and then um. So okay, so let's go back to this that Catholic church. I was watching, I was like, I listened, I was like, okay, like it makes sense. Like okay, like I was like, okay, I'm with it. I understand the vision. You know what I'm saying? Because like basically like a lot of their teachings is basically is the same as what I teach. Well, not really teach, but like what I'm trying to impress upon the world. Shadow work. You know what I'm saying? Like um being the better person. You know what I'm saying? Just working on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like loving yourself, your whole self, your true self, getting aligned with your true self to get to the highest version of yourself. Then what got me was what do they call communion? We talk about the flesh of his flesh and the blood and that's ritual, ladies and gentlemen. That's how they harvest energy. That's how they keep entities in you. Um, as soon as I seen that, that was blasphemy. I seen that like, oh, I see why. I see like cause if all those high frequency feelings, if all if and if like half the world was like that, having those feelings, and it's not spread. You know what I'm saying? Like the earth needs to be feeling having those frequencies. But then when you start doing all that, the flesh and the flesh of his flesh and blood, no, please no, please those are rituals. That is not related to any type of anything related to the one you call God. I call him the divine. Um, him, her. No, if they're he's masculine and feminine, so you can say him or her, but it is like the divine is not more masculine. The divine is not more feminine. He is both. She is both. You know what I'm saying? So, for all of those who think that the divine is a woman, you're half right. But he's also a man. You can say also a man, woman, whatever, masculine and feminine. Because you gotta think the creator of everything needs to be a master of the masculine and feminine. Because how else do both survive? How else would you expect for both to survive? So please stop when you guys when you guys speak on the divine, speak correctly. That's why I'll go through and I see people who speak like they know the divine, like they know the divine personally. Um, I'm gonna speak like I know the divine because I do. I always say this. This is the words he gave me. Connections that are older than creation itself. You know what I'm saying? You can't copy that. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like I have that. Do you? You know what I'm saying? Like when I have my conversations with them, I don't look at them as a savior. I don't look at them like as a god. I look at them as a brother. I look at them as a friend, a confidant, someone I could talk to, someone that as he could talk to me as well. You know what I'm saying? Whatever issues he's going through. I know he may not seem like he has issues, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their days. You know know what I'm saying? He's remember she formed people in like it's like if he formed you in his image, don't you think that he has days? She has days where she don't want to deal with anything. It's like that Constantine verse. Just a kid with a, I was saying, just a kid with an ant hill or ant farm or whatever the fuck that was. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Check in on him. I'm saying if you guys claim to have a close relationship, check in on him. You know what I'm saying? Take some time to see how he's doing, how she's doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I say he or she just so not to, and but I really don't care. But I try to be as politically correct, you know what I'm saying, as I can to a point. That like I said, I like to have respect for everybody. But I like to call him the divine, just because that's what he is. Anyways, what else are we gonna talk about? Purpose. Like I said, to raise the frequency of the earth and to basically tear down these old systems and beliefs, mind states that are really hurting. Just hurting. Like I'll look. So I'll go through. I'll surf through Twitter or X, what you call it, and I see people who like say who speak in absolution. Like this is somebody. I'm saying someone said, okay, well, love is the ultimate frequency. Okay, but how do you achieve it? So you're saying it is, but if you're saying something is without teaching them how to reach it, what is that? That don't do nobody no good. That is like, what are you trying to say? Like you're better than everybody because you reached that? Like show people the path. That's why when you hear me talk, I don't talk in absolutions. If I talk in absolutions, I show you the path. If I hear people talk about issues, like why, like, oh, if a man does this or a woman does this, then this is what it means. Like, no, look, perspective. Switch the perspective. Or it's like if you have problems, offer solutions. Don't offer problems with more problems, or offer problems and be like, yep, that's why. Offer solutions. I'm always offering solutions. I'm always trying to figure out a way where, you know what I'm saying, like you could get over those problems, or you know what I'm saying, like not and not in a way where it's like where you where in a way where your soul wins, where their soul wins. You know what I mean? That's why I always believe everybody has is entitled to second chances. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they haven't done the shadow work. That's why I always say shadow work is so fucking important. Like, people are gonna say this and that. I don't care what people say. When I tell you this, I tell you shadow work is important. This is why I tell people, like, if you want to get saved, because the divine is not gonna save you. You need to save yourself. And on that process of you saving yourself, that you will receive assistance, whether it's divinely inspired or not. You will receive assistance because you are on the path. And once you do your shadow work, you start getting aligned with your truest version of yourself. You're gonna start seeing a couple things. One, um, love. Now, I talked about this before. It's the selves. The self love, self respect, self worth. Okay, self worth actually ties into with your purpose. So if you feel like you're worthy without having a purpose, you're wrong. You need to have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but the whole point of the worth is being on your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Like if you're on the road for like to fulfill your purpose, your worth, your self worth raises. Because if you're like rudderless, or you thinking like money or status is is like worthiness, it's not. Sorry. And see, that's just that's just how they trick you. That's the illusion of this world. You know what I mean? It's a, it's about self love, self respect, self worth. You have to fill yourselves up. SELF apostrophe S, not the other selves. That's the key. You know what I mean? That's why I said when I say love is high frequency, like that's when we're operating out of loving kindness, is when you do your shadow work. You start aligning with your truest self. You get in touch with your purpose. Now, like, okay, when we let me talk about purpose. Purpose is, um, some people have big purposes. Some people have like kind of like, I won't say small purposes, but some people's purpose is just to like conversate with somebody, or be an example of how not to do something or how to do something, or you know what I'm saying. It's just like not everybody has a big purpose. Not everybody is meant to like change the world. Not everybody meant to be the main character. You could be a very solid supporting character and still, I'm saying, live a very fulfilling life. You know what I mean? It just, those who have envy or jealousy in their hearts, which is it's cool. Like if you have that, that's a human emotion, which is very normal for people to have. But just realize like not everybody is meant to do, I'm saying, like supremely great things. Some people are just meant to help. But see, it's like go back to the tree. Like not everybody could be the tree trunk. Not everybody could be the roots. Not, you know what I'm saying, not everybody could be the branches or the stems. I'm saying maybe you're a leaf, but it's okay to be a leaf because the leaf plays a role in the overall health of the tree. So have respect in that. Find your worth in that. You know what I mean? That you are actually helping everything survive, everything live. You know what I'm saying? You are providing it with the energy it needs to sustain itself. You know what I mean? So like I said, it just, anyways, find your purpose, get with yourself, and see. When I say operate out of love and kindness, is you have to realize once like you do your shadow work and you like your aligned with I'm saying your alignment with your true self is you're right there. I can't explain how. It just, your self love increases. The love you have for yourself, the love you have for everything you've been through, every experience, every emotion, it increases. You know what I'm saying? You start to love everything about yourself, but not in a like a in an arrogant, narcissistic way, but it's just in a way where like you appreciate yourself more. You know what I mean? And you start to understand, everything just starts to click. That's all I can say. I'm not like big in like, I'm not a psychologist. So I can't explain the like the chemical whatever process or whatever. All I can say is as you do the right steps, the proper steps, the shadow work, the, getting in line with your true self. You know what I'm saying? Get on your path for your purpose. Everything starts to click, and then you start to love yourself, and then start to set boundaries, which then start to increase your self-respect for yourself. Yeah, boundaries is very key. When people talk about boundaries, boundaries is more for you than for anybody else. Boundaries set and enforce just increase your self-respect. You know what I'm saying? The respect you have for yourself, because you start to see like, all right, this is what I will allow, this is what I won't allow, and those people who don't respect my boundaries, who try to cross it or continually try to, you know what I'm saying, not respect it, you release them to the void. You know what I mean? And so that just increases your respect and for yourself. And what it does is, those people who respect your boundaries, those are the people that you can allow in your life. Where you know how you hear stories of like, ah, man, I should have known he was a piece of shit. Well, look, if you had boundaries and you were talking to somebody who was respecting your boundaries, and that they had boundaries themselves, so they respect themselves, those are the people that usually don't let you down. Those are the people who don't end up being a piece of shit. Those people who held themselves, you know what I'm saying, in high esteem. Now, don't get twisted. Boundaries and high standards are not the same. Boundaries is like, this is how I want to be loved. High standards is, this is how much he should make, or this how much she should make, or this how she should look. No, that's not. That's. Please stop going by standards. Start going by boundaries. And saying what you will allow, what fulfills your soul. You know what I mean? Not not for the status, not for how you look, but just how your soul is doing. Do you wake up in Do you wake up in the morning happy as fuck? You know what I'm saying? Grateful and thankful you're in the position where you're in. Where it had nothing to do with money, had nothing to do with status, had to do with where you're at in life. Like soul wise. know what I'm saying? Feeling wise. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, I will say, when you do your shadow work, for those who go through depression, I guarantee you, if you do your shadow work, that you will not have no more depressions. It, all those depressive states will disappear. Why? Because what do you like? The shadow work eliminates things that for you to be depressed about, because you start understanding that everything is an experience. There is no bad experiences. There is no okay. There are bad experiences. Like I'm working in a way where if you do any type of rape or pedophilia that's related with rape, you die. Like literally, you die. You know what I'm saying? You accuse people of rape or pedophilia, you die. You know what I'm saying? Especially for monetary means, you die. You know what I mean? Like um, parents who try to use their kids in that sort of way, a la like Michael Jackson, parents die. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like we don't, you know what I'm saying? But like, what was I saying? Um, yeah, that may seem cruel, that may seem excessive, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Fuck around, find out. You know what I'm saying? We don't play with that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever been to prison, like those are the few things that prisons got right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't respect those people like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, anyways, okay. Well, we'll get that's not that I'm not here to set laws and stuff like that, but that I'm how I feel about shit. Um, let's see, boom, boom. Talk about like yeah. So basically, yeah. So what was I saying? I got confused because I started talking about that, now I'm thinking about like who else should be dying for shit, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Anyways, oh yeah, it's basically I'm here to show people. One of my purposes is show people that you save yourself. If you seek salvation, I will show you how to save yourself. You do not need someone someone of a higher power to save you, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to go to heaven, hell, all of that is actually a construct. There is no heaven and hell. If you really think about it, this can be considered a heaven or a hell. The earth that you're living in right now. Because when you die, when we all die and we cross over, our souls go to the same place. You know what I mean? We go to the same place. There is no like eternal happiness. It's what did you learn? You know what I'm saying? What did you go, you know what I'm saying? What hardship did you go through? What did you learn? You know what I'm saying? Did you grow from this experience? You know what I'm saying? Do you like what else do you need? You know what I'm saying? What else do you need to raise your frequency to you know what I'm saying? To ascend to a higher levels. You know what I mean? Um it's a lot. And I would say like I don't really like to talk too much about it. I just know that like I've been around for a while. Um Me personally, I hold a lot of respect. Just like I said, I talked about my moral compass, my right from wrong. Like I'm very attuned with that. Um, I don't change. I haven't changed. See, the one thing I can say through all my experiences, I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of upside down, a lot. Been through betrayals. I've been through um, people stabbing me in the back, friends. You know what I'm saying like turning into fucking like enemies. I've gone through a lot. But at the core of it, I have not changed my exuberance for life. I've not like all of my negative experiences had not negatively turned like jaded me, had made me like look at people differently or nothing. I still look at people the same way, with the same excitement, with the same wonder. It's like I love people to the fact where like when they do shit that defies the odds, that's why that's like the main reason why I like I love the human experience because you'll see people defy and do shit that they shouldn't be, they shouldn't do, or that are like where it's like, why would you do this or why? And then it's just like most of the time they do it for love, which is why like, and it may not be like love specifically like love for another person, but love for something, love for I'm saying like an act. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's always the love for something. It doesn't have to always be about a person. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be it just anyway. It's always related to love. You know what I'm saying? One way or another, and it's like these surprising acts that makes me proud. That gives me hope for this for this experience right here. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm here to try to save as many people as I can. Now look, I know I recognize this. Not everybody can be saved. I've had to deal with this. I had to deal with this because when I first started this awakening process, first started like realizing like my purpose here. Um, I was like, you know what? Let me see how many people I can fucking save. Can I save them all? And I wanted to save them all. And I just everybody like my spirit team, my angels, the archangels, wanted to like, you know what? You could try. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Because not everybody can be saved. Not everybody, like, it's not destined for everybody to be saved. Not even for half these people to be saved. We're not going to talk about the NPCs, the soulless meat vessels that roam this world, and there's a fuck ton of them. Um, we're not going to talk about these secret societies, these people in high power who are trying to control the world. Yes, control. It's not working. This is why I'm here because I'm here to free as many people as I can. You guys could try to stop me, but obviously, if you've been keeping track of all the spiritual attacks and you know what I'm saying, like that's it's not working. You know what I'm saying? Um, dark magic, the witchcraft, it's not working. It's never gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's because I'm like maybe before it would have worked. For now, as I've been getting awakened, and I'm starting to get these downloads. I'm starting to understand who I was, who I am, the power I hold, like um, and my intuition, my discernment. You know what I'm saying? Like the, I'm not gonna talk about the seer, or you know what I'm saying, the clairs and nothing like that, because I had them, but like I haven't fully unlocked them. You know what I'm saying, it happens. It happens. Um, the astral traveling. It happens. I don't know how to control it yet. I'm being real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But like I will. You know what I'm saying? Um, that like I said, I have nothing to hide. See, in the new age, this golden age that we're going to, that I'm trying to, I want to say I'm trying to lead, but I'm trying to show people the way to. There is no shadows. There is nothing that chains us. You know what I'm saying? And binds us, and controls us. Everything is out in the open. There is no secret secret doors, secret meetings, hidden motives. Nothing is hidden. Everything is in the light. That's why if you notice like as I've been doing my shadow work, a lot of my deep shadow work, I've been recording, I've been sharing with people to let people know that like it doesn't matter what experiences you've gone through. It matters is you learn from them. You know what I'm saying? You do the deep dive and you really figure out what you were supposed to learn from those experiences you've had. You know what I mean? That there is no bad experiences, and that like those that judge you that have not done the shadow work, though their opinions do not matter. And those who have done the shadow work will not judge you because they've done the work and they understand how deeply you have to be like brave and courageous to actually just sit with yourself and go through that. Go through all your traumatic experiences, all your all those feelings, emotions, those experiences that you wanna like just sweep under the rug. You wanna forget about that you are too like I would say that are like that's a little scary because like you it's like because you remember those feelings when you experienced it and you're like, oh shit, that's too much. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through those. You have to sit with it. You have to marinate in it. You have to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? You have to dig deep. You have to figure shit out. That's why shadow work is so important. So you start to see how you were shaped. You start to see how, like the person you are. You start to see the full scope of you. Anyways, yeah. So that's me. Um, I'm someone who like I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot in this life, last life. Oh yeah. I just want to say, I've also I've also died many times in this lifetime. So when I mean died, I mean like the old versions of me, past versions of me that are dead. You know that's on dead. That Justin Timberlake dead and gone, dead and gone. Yeah, like a lot of past versions of me have died. Rest in peace. You know what I mean? For the new version of me, the better version of me, to in fact be here. You know what I mean? Um, so that's why it's like a lot of death and rebirth. Because I've died many times. I've laid a lot of old version, past versions of myself. I laid up a lot of them down, dead. And so if you know me in the past and you still trying to associate me with those versions of me in the past, well shit. Like good luck. You know what I mean? Because that means you're in my past. You're not in my present, and you're definitely not gonna be in my future. Because like I can't like I can respect the past, but I can't live in it. You know what I mean? Because living in the past means living with that same person. I'm not that same person, and that's what I'm trying to show you guys. Just because that was a past version of you doesn't mean that you're still that same person. Especially if you learn and like learn from those experiences and grew from it and laid that person to rest, so that this new version of yourself can emerge. You know what I mean? And the thing about this is, like me, is I'm constantly evolving. I'm constantly growing. So I'm constantly putting down old versions of myself. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like killing off old versions of myself and and being reborn again, rebirthing myself. Um, I like to call myself like it's like a phoenix, sort of like a phoenix. You know what I mean? Because like I don't know, that's just me though. Because I can't live. I can't. I don't know. I'm just not that person type of person just to be okay with who I am at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm constantly always striving to be a better person. Period. As you should be. Now, I'm not like once again like I'm not trying to tell you what you should or you shouldn't do. I'm just speaking for me. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I'm trying to I'm a big fan of leading by example. So as I go, I want to show you. I want to show that you guys can go as well. That you guys can stop whenever you guys want to stop. The journey is up to you. That's why I always tell people like where it is. Praise the words, worship the path, and have faith in your journey. You know what I'm saying? The words is shadow work. Path is how you make the path, but worship that path though. Whatever discoveries you go through, that's what you go through. You have to go through that stuff. And at the end, and that's and have faith in the journey. When I say faith, because like as you do your shadow work, as you start getting aligned with your true self, as you start to build up yourselves, when you feel like you're almost there, which you might almost be there, you have to go through your karma. Um, man, karma's a bitch. I don't. Like I said, like I'm spiritually. I feel like I'm spiritually bulletproof. I've been through a lot. I know a lot. So it's like it's. I'm ancient. So it takes a lot to really fuck with me. Can I feel like nothing can really fuck. Plus, when you consider like who I have on my team, it's like bro, like y'all got me fucked up. Y'all ain't doing. Y'all can't. Y'all. Nah. But what I don't fuck with is karma. I would like to have good karma. I'd like to have no karma. I would hate to have bad karma. So that is tied with intentions and like intentions you cannot lie about. Like why you do things, the reason why you do things, the real reason why you do things. That's why you gotta do your shadow work because you gotta start figuring out why you do like the why of things. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like I've been blessed with pretty good karma because like even the things that I thought were bad wasn't really bad because they really were done for good reasons for just reasons that are for me to know. You know what I mean? So, anyways, yeah, shit. So like, I don't know how this will be accepted. I don't really care. Honestly, I don't really care. Like I said, this will resonate with those who will resonate with people who are trying to just resonate higher, have to raise their frequency, wants to do the work, wants to save themselves, wants to enjoy the fruits of the do it now, because there's all right. Sorry, I got cut off, but yeah. So damn, I was re-listening to how I talk. I didn't know I talk with that much of a lisp. Shit, I'm not gonna apologize, but damn. All right. But anyway, second thing is I love you guys. Um, hopefully y'all hear me. Y'all resonate. If not, hopefully one day you guys do. As long as it's not too late. But anyways, like I said, I love y'all. Peace.